you curse so much?
Motherfuck, noise. Yeah, of course not, dickface.
Why do you feel the need to swear?
Have you ever lost a deal because of the language?
Curse so much?
The use of vulgarity.
How do you feel about Gary swearing so much?
Do you get away with saying so many times?
Yes.
At what point in time is it justifying it and making it essentially popular or acceptable? And at what point does it just become rude and vulgar?
I think intent. I think one of the reasons I've been able to curse maybe more than others is because I think humans are actually unbelievably good at having intuition around intent. And I think for a lot of people, they're like, if I had to bet my life on it, that's just a Jersey boy being Jersey boy. I was inspired by Richard Pryor and Chris Rock and Eddie Murphy, and their styles have translated to my keynote styles. I feel like I do a little bit of a stand-up timing process, and I think that because I'm not forcing it and because it's my natural zone, little Jersey boy action, people respect authenticity. I'm not cursing for the sake of cursing. This is how I'm comfortable in communicating. Like when I think about, do I care about my employees? It feels more like in my brain and my heart and my soul, do I give a fuck about my employees more than do I care about my employees? That's from my brain and heart to my mouth. I am willing to deal with the ramifications of me being my full self. It's not about who cares what other people think. It's if you feel good about your intent and don't think you're trying to do something wrong, you have to let the chips fall where they fall. And so for me, that's what it is. I'm not upset or disappointed or confused why somebody doesn't like the bravado or the cursing. I just have made a choice that I'm not trying to do anything wrong. It's how I communicate, and you just have to move forward. As long as it is actually your truth, you will always over-index. And people have told me to not curse on stage. You know, my agents who booked, like, stop cursing on stage. They were like, we've got 500,000 in advance. 5 speeches when I was making 30,000 a speech. So this is a big jump, 100,000 a speech, but you can't curse. And like this, and it needs to be like the beginning of you not cursing. And I was like, fuck you. I don't feel like I need to swear to make a point. I would argue that at times I use my cursing as a filter to filter out the people that are not capable of seeing the bigger picture versus being so blocked. Oh my God, I heard the word I can't hear anything else. Everything else must be bad. There's no good advice. This is a bad person. That is ludicrous. It goes into the same context as the way you dress or a million other variables of ways people that will judge you. Because at the end of the day, the way you deliver is all that people really care about. And the way you make them feel. I'm not cursing to disrespect someone. And I have empathy and respect why a lot of people may not like me or consume me. There are plenty of people that don't watch this video because they saw a keynote where I cursed and they were offended. I'm very much mean this. I have respect if you're 62-year-old Charlie and you grew up in a certain way where where fuck is disrespectful. Who am I to judge? I don't care that it's 2018. I don't care that it's cool now. Like, whatever, like, that's your world and I respect that. And I'll jump in and say, hey, brother, I see the comment, like, you know, I get it. And like, I'll say what I just said. If you were brought up in a certain way, I can understand that. But like, can we agree that if we get past that, do you see where I'm going with this? Or I'm sorry I bothered you, or things of that nature? I would highly recommend engaging.
Do that more.
You should.
Yeah.
Instead of saying, fuck you, I'll show you, you need to say, I hear you, respect, but here's why or how or what. Surely I would have a bigger audience if I didn't curse. That is absolutely true. And business respect, sure. I may lose out on a deal because they were offended, but in the net score, I win so many more by being me and just being me versus creating a half version of me for the one conservative person and leaving the hundreds of magic business opportunities that are predicated on winners making decisions. You know how I've lost business? I cursed in a board meeting and somebody was very conservative and said, let's not give business to that fuckface, right? So like, but that's okay because I win net. And I will tell you that it's really, the one thing I can't do is not be myself It's been the thing that has absolutely separated me from the pack. And so I think the truth, which is a very exciting answer to this question, the truth is undefeated. The amount of people that judge me and think I'm a bad person because I curse would be staggering to you. You just have the capability of seeing through that and seeing the truth and the humanity. Like if I spoke with a little less energy, a little less bravado, a little less jersey, and a lot less cursing, I would be 7 times bigger.
But boring.
It's not about boring, just it wouldn't be me.
Right, exciting.
It just wouldn't, it's not even exciting. You can be very, like I watch a lot of stand-up comedy. You can, like there's great people who don't, it's just not my truth. You know, to be frank, I'm not pumped, I'm vulgar. I take no pride in cursing. I don't think it's cool. I really don't. I just think it's me, and I don't know how to be anything but me. You want a real life lesson? Figure that out. Shit gets good.
This is so f***ing good.
Jerry?
Oh, I'm sorry. That's nice.